The most important thing to do right now is to get heart-centered. Let me explain a bit. So it can be really easy to get into a space of fear or worry or grief or anger or sorrow or jealousy or all these feelings that can come in that kind of block us from being in tune with our heart center, our heart chakra, that energy that envelops everything surrounding the heart, the lungs, the shoulders. Even right now, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's someone making really loud noise doing construction, and something like that can feel really frustrating when I'm trying to speak and make a video. And it can be so easy to allow all these things around us that are often out of our control to kind of place this weight on our shoulders, and for us to feel like we need to control things. So another energy and emotion that can block the heart chakra is judgment and control. So what we focus on grows, though it's also important to feel all of those feelings. So what I suggest is to give yourself that time and space to actually hold space for your heart and what's in your heart. To really feel, if you're starting to feel frustrated or whatever feelings might come up, to allow those feelings to come to the surface and to fully be felt, accepted, honored. And then as you allow yourself to actually feel them, it gives them space to go, so that you aren't holding on to them. Because a lot of us tend to suppress or repress our emotions. And that just creates blockages within. But when we allow these feelings to exist and to come up and come out, then it actually creates space. So even right now, like my battery on my camera just died, and I'm just like trying to do my best out here, and sometimes it can just feel like everything is going wrong. And when I looked at the camera, first I saw 33, and then now just looking at it, I saw 44, and these are master numbers, and they're numbers that come to remind us that we are always guided and protected. We always have, I want to be able to show my heart here, we always have this guidance. Send help. We always have this guidance and protection and this energy that's around us that just wants to be there for us, and it wants to keep us safe and held and protected. And nature is a beautiful place for that, where there's these leaves on the trees and there's so much energy surrounding us that just wants to remind us that everything is going to be okay. And I have a few videos for you guys on really tuning into your emotions, how to heal through feeling. I also have a beautiful heart chakra healing meditation that I just recorded for you guys, and it was filmed through the forest, and it's here to really help us to heal our hearts so that we can actually honor and tune into our hearts and listen to them and take action from there. There's so many studies that are now showing that the heart is the epicenter of our being. People used to think that it was the brain that really had the most control over everything, but it's actually the heart. And the heart, often things happen first in the heart, and then it sends signals up to the brain, and then the brain thinks that it's in control, but really everything goes through the heart. The heart is the epicenter of our magnetic field, of our energy, of our being. And so the heart is the most important part of you, and that's something that if I could teach children or anybody anything, it would be that your heart is the most important part of you. Let that sink in. Your heart is the most important part of you. Your heart is the most important part of you. So listen to it. Feel it. Most of us have blocked heart chakras. That's, if you look at the earth too, the heart chakra is nature. It's that green, everything that's green is part of the heart chakra. And as humanity, we've been destroying it for hundreds of years. And so looking at the earth and humanity, most humans have blocked heart chakras. So it's so important for all of us to actually let ourselves feel. And a lot of times we're taught in this society to kind of numb ourselves to pain, desensitize ourselves, because we've been shown so many traumatic things that for us to even go into the heart feels so scary, because it allows us to be vulnerable, and it allows us to feel that pain, which a lot of us can be really avoidant and not wanting to actually feel it. But the only way to truly heal is to allow that feeling But the only way to truly heal is to actually allow these feelings to come up and be felt. And there's different ways that you can go into it that feel a bit more safe if you are scared of going in, if you have some sort of post-traumatic stress or something like that, like working with a therapist. I have videos also on plant medicines and fungal medicines and how those can help too when done in a safe way, in an appropriate sort of manner. So there are a lot of ways for us to heal the heart, to actually honor the heart, tune into it, and take action from there. So one message that I received once when I was actually in an ayahuasca ceremony was how important the heart is, and not only how important the heart is, but also that if the entire planet were in a space of self-love, there would be peace. So if we all felt love within ourselves, that would also radiate to everyone and everything else. We would simply be in a state of love. We would be in an energy of love. And we would also know that when we feel different feelings that come up, we would allow them. We would honor ourselves so much that we would actually allow every emotion to exist. And we could also become in this space of just observing it, letting it flow through us. So letting ourselves just let these emotions exist, let them come up, let them come out, and then knowing that we can always come back to that space of stability and equanimity, where it's like we might feel like elation and all these amazing feelings sometimes, and then we might feel really low at other times, but we always come back. We always have that sort of mean or median feeling of peace. That's what peace is. It's just honoring and allowing and accepting everything else to happen. And when we stay in that space of peace, we can also just become the observer of this human experience and the human emotions and the human states that can exist. So that's what I think is the most important thing to do right now, is to honor the heart, feel the heart, heal the heart, tune into the heart, follow the heart. Just live in that space of the heart where we're actually acknowledging that the heart is the epicenter of our being, and that's truly the way to feel the sense of peace and joy, appreciation for the human experience. And then when we're feeling these things that we don't necessarily want to be feeling, like that pain, also acknowledging and seeing that as a gift, in the sense of it almost being like a rainy day where when the clouds cry, it's creating life for everything else. And it's the same with us. When we allow ourselves to cry and to feel or process emotions, it also creates space for things to grow from there. And it can create clarity for us to also get clear on what's actually in the heart. What is it that your heart is wanting? What's your heart asking of you? Because chances are it may have been asking for something for a long time. And a lot of times we have these things in childhood that we might feel or that we might know, like what we want to do with our lives, or what we really care about, or what's really best for us. I just keep wanting to be able to show my heart as I'm talking. But things are hard out here. So, So we might have all these things that we feel in childhood of what's in our heart and what's wanting to be expressed and felt and lived. And a lot of times we're kind of taught by adults that we can't follow our hearts, or that we have to be more logical. We have to think more in the brain. And the number I just saw that came up was 711. So maybe you guys know what the significance of that is, and you can let me know in the comments, 711, because as I was talking, I just saw 722 also. So it's all these master numbers. We saw 11, we saw 22, we saw 33 and 44 all throughout this talk, and it's just reminders from the universe, from God, from Source, Creator, Allah, the Tao, the Divine, whatever word you want to use, to let you know that we're all connected through this heart energy. Everything is connected through this heart energy. There's no separation, truly. So feeling into that. And when you really rest on the earth and you give it space to be heard and felt, you can also feel that the earth has a heartbeat too, and she is alive. Gaia, Mother Earth, Pachamama, this divine living organism that we inhabit and that gave us life. So I'm hearing more of this crazy sound. There's someone playing with a boat that's making a lot of noise, so I'll just try to get this in quickly, wrap it up. Please check the link for the heart chakra healing and balancing meditation. Take that time to really tune into the heart, to heal what's there, and to allow everything to be lifted up, lifted out, processed, and healed, and to really give your heart the driver's seat and see what type of magic and miracles occurs from there. So thank you so much for being here, and may you be happy, healthy, and free. Bye.